with a day filled with so many opportunities, I ended up closing the day with about $60 in profit on the 10K account. Only took trades on that account today. Let's go over what we actually did. So today is the 16th of April 2026, and we are pretty much through another week. Only Friday left, and Friday has already started. So let's get right into today's video. So as you can see, I'm showing you here the 10K account. I'm still down on the account. Closed the day green today, but still wish I did a little bit better, but still maintaining the discipline, still maintaining the risk management. Only made about $60 today, $61 to be exact. Started the day in the red. I took a few trades, lost about $100 here before I made it back here and a little bit of profit. Honestly, I could have done a little bit better had I avoided these trades, but let's go into why we did that. So today I took these trades right at the market open right here. So honestly, I've been struggling with this because of the time restriction. I'm still forcing trades. I'm still taking trades that honestly I could or should really avoid. I should really avoid. Now, the first trade that I jumped into was buys. The market is in an uptrend, and we recently hit all-time highs, and it is very bullish. So I am honestly not interested in taking any shorts on this market for right now. So we ended up taking buys on this pullback. I thought it was deep enough. I just jumped into these buys right a little bit after 9:30. So 9:30 is this candle right here, and I thought this would have been a good Judas swing for us to push back up higher. So I thought I could catch the scalp, and this is just really forcing trades because I didn't get an inversion. We were resting in a little zone that I had marked out here, but I tried twice, got stopped out. I tried again, stopped out, and I tried I think fourth time. I think I took four tries at this. I think I doubled the entries on one of them. Yeah, I doubled the entry on the second one. It went into a little bit of profit before it come back to stop me out. Then I took another one here right after. Went into profit again, and then it came back to stop me out. So pretty tight on the risk management, but I took too many impulsive trades in this little section here, and it's really because my work time really and truly starts right inside of here. This is 9 o'clock for me inside of here, and I'm really just trying to catch a quick move before I have to shut down the laptop. So I ended up waiting a little bit, and honestly, if I had just waited for the macro, I could have ended the day with 100 and almost 2% profit. So I ended up taking this after when I saw this sweep down here, and I really should have waited because I could have gotten a much better entry using this black candle as an order block, but I saw it after. So I ended up taking another entry when we rejected from here, and I was just risking below this low. Ended up, coming back down. I was just saying, if we take out this low, then I am just going to call it a day down, probably about $150, which would be about 1.5%. So I ended up taking this, but because I had already incurred 1% loss, by the time we got up here, this just, I think here we recovered the loss, and by the time we got to here, I saw this rejection, realized that we might not break through, and I just jumped out. We ended up pulling back a bit. Would have came back into a little bit of drawdown right here, but this would have been a decent block even to add or just wait. But I wanted to go break even to catch all of this, and see, I think I only caught like 50 50 points. Let me see, from here to here 55 points, and from this one down here maybe about 70. Yeah, about 70 points here, which was a decent trade. I really want more, really wanted more, but this pullback I didn't like. But I had to get off the charts here, so I just, I say, you know what, let me just take what I get, and I just close here. We ended up pulling back all the way down and then exploding higher without me. And by the time I got up here, it would have been a decent run for me. Even to like right here would have been way over the amount that I need to get right out of drawdown if I had just held. But like I said, I'm not able to capitalize on same, and I have to just work with what I get. So end the day in the green, maintaining the discipline, but should have been better. And those were the only trades that I took today. So let me show you where the market is at on the higher time frame quickly. So this is where we at. All of this week we've been having green days. From last week, actually, we had a bit of a pullback in here, but see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday we open up and pushing up. I think this going pull back a bit. We might get a TGIF where we end up selling off, but let us see if we sell off and then recover, or what we're going to actually do. So let us see what we actually get. But currently, this week has been a very strong bullish close, and we are at all-time highs. So if I show you, we actually resting above the previous high from, this would have been 2025, and this would have been from January right here. So currently resting at all-time highs. Let me show you what we're looking like on the 1 hour. So today, same type of price action again. Opened right here. This was a bit of a sideways move. Push up, came back down during New York, and then push back up and close here. So nice little buy day. Honestly, nice little buy day. I just wish I had capitalized better. And it's a bit of a seek and destroy, but not so choppy like the other day. If you know how to read the price action, then you will be fine. This was a sell in New York. We had a sell here in about London, and this is New York open where we came all the way down. Yeah, came all the way down, and I just caught this one candle here before push all the way up here. Even though previous day high would have been like a great trade for me, but it is what it is. So let me go in to show you now what we actually could have capitalized on the lower time frame, because there were some crazy good trades today. So let me go all the way over and zoom out this chart. Alright, so ended up looking at this here. We kind of just range out throughout Asia. At Frankfurt Open, we end up having a nice little buy up here. This was in the macro. Using this as an inversion, you would have entered a little bit out here, but this was a nice entry. One entry here, another one here, and just pushing all the way up. This move gave you approximately, so we're using this entry, wrong tool, long. This move would have given you about 50 points with about a 13 point stop. This could have been a easy 1% there, almost 1% right there before we started to range out and pull back. So during this macro at around 4 a.m. in the morning, we got a sell off here, and then we had this buy up for another 40 points, another one here coming up, then we had the sell off. So By the time I got to work this morning, this is what I saw. This sell off and then we started to range here. We had a really big spike up. Not really big, but a good decent size spike up here, then coming all the way back down. And this is where I get caught in. Every time. If I just avoid here, then honestly I could have much better days. Much better days. Right in this section right here. So I ended up catching this part and like analyzing this. I can look here and I can see where we had order block here, retested. This is right inside the macro. So my entry should have been inside this candle right here and this candle and catching this. Maybe partially note a lot here when it comes back down here. Ideally, I would have wanted to be adding, or even if I don't partial out, if I just leave this could have been a easy 1% coming all the way up. But this is the way the price action looks when I look at the higher time frame. So let me compare both of them. So this right here is just this 15-minute pulling back right here. So we ended up pulling back right here, and then now right where I would have gotten stopped out break even for I break even. This was when the real move came right around 10:23 to 10:30 there about. Once this candle closed up here, this was a good run. This would have been a good run, and we just ended up pulling all the way to new high of day. You know, Great move. And I can see it on the higher time frame as well as the lower time frame. This would have been a nice entry again. Could I use this here as a order block or use this fair value gap and enter once you get some bullish move up. I would have risked maybe a little bit more on here, but this would have been a nice push to the upside during this macro. Even using here as a order block once we break above, could have gotten an entry right up for another 100 points there. But like I said, honestly, I would love to try to scalp all of the macros or try to get entries in all of the macros, but I'm only able to catch this first one sometime. This one was a good one, as I said, and then lunchtime gave us another good one right here. Short, but still a valid one. Coming up 50 points there before we end up rolling over, and this would have been another nice one to catch the sell off. This one a little bit later down, but still valid. Even if you put the stops above the highs here, this would have been a 30-point stop to catch 90 points. So easy 1 to 3 there. When we recovered, come back up, the 1 p.m. candle gave us another sell down, and then now this special macro ICT of here, this would have given us a little consolidatory pull higher, and then 2 p.m. gave us the nice silver bullet. This would have been a nice silver bullet entry right here. So one here, coming all the way down into 230, and then recovered again. So this would have been another 100 points. Then this buy for another 100. This one again for another 50, going into power hour and going into the close. So that is it for today's video. Quick, short one. But overall, pretty good opportunities for the day. If you are able to wait and be patient and just wait for some good entries, wait for the price action to develop properly, then you can catch some really good moves. But we're still getting there, still going to recover this account, and slowly get it back into profit. Honestly, I just need like this would have been 1 point. How much you need? $163. So a nice little 1 to 3 risking like a $50 would get me out of drawdown and back into profit, which would be a nice little boost for me. So we have that account to recover, and also the 100k. No trades on this one yet. I'm going to hold off on this one and then now slowly bring it back up, risking maybe like 200 to 250, focusing on just recovering, get it back up to here, then I can start risking some more. But I just want to get one pass first, then I can focus this one a little bit more. And I really should have avoided this part right here. This was the culprit, the impulsive trades that I took during the Trump talk, and didn't work out so favorable. But it is what it is. All hope is not lost. So that is where we are at. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for the support. And I'll catch you tomorrow to wrap up the week. Peace.